Welcome back to the Division 2. In this video we are doing the Nemesis Exotic Sniper against the Tac-50 Specialization Sniper. A lot of people seem to think that the Nemesis has completely overruled the Tac-50, made it worthless, so I want to do a few tests with the guns. Taking a look at the Tac-50, I've got it to 246,000 damage, it's got a 41 RPM 6 mag size, and it uses BMG rounds. When you shoot, it penetrates through all but the heaviest armoured targets. It's capable of detonating weak points even on the way through targets, and it has a decompression shockwave from any hit target that damages other nearby hostiles for up to 400 damage. Then if we look at the Nemesis, it has 352,000, 50 RPM, 5 mag size, so it has 106,000 damage more as a base stat. If we take a look at the talents, Counter Sniper, shots fired deal 0 to 100% weapon damage based on how long the trigger is held before releasing, so we have to charge it up. Then we have Nemesis, aiming at an enemy marks them as your Nemesis for 15 seconds, letting you see them through walls. Your shots gain 5% damage to your Nemesis for each second they are marked, up to a max of 50%. So if you mark an enemy as your Nemesis, and you leave them for about 10 seconds, then fully charge the gun, you're going to get 150% damage extra. And then we have a holstered talent which doesn't come in because the gun has to be holstered. So we're going to go down to the shooting range quickly. We're going to try both snipers and see what damage numbers we get. I've done this previously and I know that they're both a one shot, but I just want you guys to see with this current build. And I'm a little bit confused. I had the Nemesis as a 490. I switched my background so that I had the full brand set to get the extra 10% damage. The damage went up to 380,000. I then crafted the 500 because I had a spare exotic component and it's lost like 30,000 damage. So I don't know how that's worked. All I've done is just put it from 490 to 500 and it's lost nearly 30k base damage. We'll start with the Nemesis and we've got it on named difficulty. So we're going to fully charge it. Aim for the head. 1.68 million DPS. Then if we switch over to the Tac-50, without charging the shot, hit the target in the head, 1.46. So we'll do it once more. Fully charge the shot. 1.52. If I can get it clean on the weak point of the head. 1.62. So we've got 1.62 against 1.56. So there's literally about 60,000 damage per shot difference between the two guns. And then what we're going to do is test out which one's easier to use against a group of enemies. So we go into our standard place, we go in south of the White House to the named boss. There's only one named boss and I want this to be a fair test. So I'm going to take down 2 veterans, hopefully there's 2 veterans there. And this might be a little bit on the difficult side, just because they're going to be running around like crazy people trying to flank me and everything. And I'm sitting there with a 15 times scope trying to aim at their face. Everyone's leading along the lines of the Nemesis completely overruling the Tac-50. So I'm going to take the first shot with this against that veteran. 920k, it's a one shot. So now if we charge up, let me just quickly... Alright, I'll deal with you. I see another veteran back there. That seems to be running off. Where are you going? Okay, let's charge up the Nemesis. I missed it. I couldn't see that number. I don't think it was 7 digits. Here we go. You've lost 1 armor bar. Please. Just over 1 million. But that would have been such an easier kill using the Tac-50. Just because you don't have to charge up the shots, you're going to deal less damage, and there's no chance you can mark them as your Nemesis or anything like that. But personally, I don't think... Like, there's obviously a difference between the guns. For a start, the Nemesis has talents. The Tac-50 also has a talent, but it doesn't do anything special. It goes through targets, it can penetrate weak points and stuff like that. But the Nemesis has a different set of talents in terms of you can actually increase your weapon damage by doing certain things. You can't increase your weapon damage at all using the Tac-50, so it's just got a base damage, although it can send a shockwave and deal extra damage to an enemy, blah blah blah. But with the Nemesis, you have the holster talent of getting 25% extra headshot damage when you're scoped with your current weapon. But personally, if I had to choose between one of the weapons, like, because obviously you can run both. You can run the Exotic as your secondary, then you can run the Sharpshooter Specialization. But if I was forced to just take one into a gunfight, personally, I'm still going to pick the Tac-50 just because, even though it has that little bit less damage, it doesn't force you to charge up your shots to deal an extra bunch of damage. Like, you've got a base damage stat, that's the damage you deal. We saw from the shooting range that it's not that much less. And we saw from the enemies, it is like maybe 100k less per shot, but it's still a one-shot sniper. And I'm going to leave the video there. I want to know in the comments what you guys think, what your opinion is. Has the Nemesis come along and taken the limelight off the Tac-50? Do you prefer the Tac-50? Let me know all that good stuff in the comments. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching.